Rabbits couldn't have opened my door.
Hello every single beautiful dragons out there. Welcome back to another video, and this is the doll that I'm working on. So after cutting all of that hair on the doll's head and then dunking it into hot boiling water, I freshly decapitated the doll. Safely removed the doll's head from the body to get all of that nasty hair plugs off the doll. I really hate this part, guys. Can you tell that I really hate this part of the doll making? I even made a cut in the back of the head to get all of that gross hair out of the doll so I don't look at it anymore. At least it's not what I see in the mirror every morning. Once I removed all of that hair plug from within the doll, it was finally time to cut up the doll, like removing part of her face and even marking down where I need to cut her into pieces. Oh, and I also need to carve down her max as well. Even though it's not going to do much, I did it anyway because I felt like it. Now that the whole doll is in one piece, or in pieces I guess, I need to put the whole thing back together. I do make some final adjustment on the doll later on, however that's mainly in the arm because they're going to be looking different later. I decided to add the first layer of epoxy onto the doll just to make sure that it won't fall apart on me. But now it's probably a good idea to tell you what I'm going to be turning this doll into. It hasn't been that long into the video, so I guess it's perfect time for me to tell you guys what I'm working on. First, I gotta show you the old baby monitor I found on eBay. Look how strange it looks. But turning this on won't be a problem. Come on, come and get me. I mean it. I'll face the mimic. I'll be the person that survived from this thing. Now that it's out of the way, I can add more epoxy sculpt onto the doll to make sure that everything doesn't fall apart. Wait, did I really mention that already? Moving on. The second part of the video is to work on the face of the mimic. Now the face will change over time as well, because the first look just looked goofy to me. And I thought Goofy was in the room with me. While struggling with the face more here, I added a little detail that I want before changing it again, like the gums and the eye socket, plus the eyes, all the detail that make up the mimic, well, most detailed. Now it's time to move on to the body of the mimic. Doing the body of the mimic is pretty easy. Now I did look up a reference of the mimic online, but since there isn't a full body illustration from Darian Quilloy himself, I really hope I'm saying his name correctly. I pretty much made up half of the design myself because, well, I got what the elder mimic looked like, but the body I'm a bit confused about. So I just kind of made it up as I go. During this time in the sculpting part, I did rework the face off camera, but I also extended the arm as well, off camera as well, because again, they were just too small for my taste. The second attempt on the face looked so much better. It looked pretty close to what another mimic looked like. Who could say no to that face, right? Sculpting is almost done as I'm working on both the feet and the hands of the mimic. I probably should have done the hands off the mimic first, but oh well. What's done is done. I can't go back and save poor the octobron from the mimic. Now that the sculpture is finally done, it's time to get started on the body blushing in the whole doll. But before I get to that part, let's take a moment to talk about my link tree. Do you like someone's art so much that you want to follow them on social media but don't like to watch YouTube all the time?
No.
Well then, go to therapy and then check out my link tree for my other social media, like my Instagram, my gaming channel, or to look at my portfolio. It's all there and it's free to click on. Head on down to the link in the description below or on my channel banner to hit the link today. So check out my other social media now Well, let's just get back to the video. Now that is out of the way, let's get back to the body blushing this dude. And boy oh boy, did he take long to body blush. And now I know why Dr. Braun was going through when the mimic was keeping him in that bathroom. And then I was like, not to sound rude at all, but I'm a lesbian. Oh, for the love of God, shut up and let me eat you already. Finally, once the body blushing was done, I moved on to the face of the doll with paint first. And then I blushed it off camera for some reason. Maybe I forgot to hit record? I don't know. And then I glossed everything. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much the video. I'll see you next time.
Wesker, I'm leaving!
Where are you going?
I'm leaving and I'm going to Michael and I'm never coming back! Oh, that's right! Base!
Yes, the base that the mimic is going to be standing in. I needed to work on it, so I grabbed out a piece of foam paper, placing it on top of the base and drill a couple holes in it, gluing it down with hot glue, and then I grabbed up my scissors to cut off half of the foam so that way it could fit onto the wood piece. For smaller pieces that needed to be cut, I grabbed my X-Acto blade to cut up the rest of the foam. After cutting up the foam, I found a Halloween mini skeleton to cut up and work on. At least it wasn't $40 at the store that was supposed to be cheap.
This wasn't cheap. This wasn't.
For the wall of the base, I used plexiglass to form the base, and then I added foam on top of it to kind of like get that little detail that I want. Now there is something I did to the base that I wish I did differently, but I'm very proud of what the whole piece looked like. While building everything, I kept bringing in my mimic, this doll, to see if it still fit within the base, and yes, he still does fit the base. Also, after adding the final details on the base, it was finally time to paint. So I took the base outside, sprayed it down with like a base paint, and then I got the painting. I tried as closely as possible to replicate the bathroom from that one episode, Terminal Rally, and yes, I'm recreating that scene because, man, that scene was terrifying. I painted the floors and wall the same colors as I colored the other part, different colors. After aging the whole room, maybe I should have added a bit more aging. It was finally time for some gore. This is part of the video where I should warn you about the gore part, because there's a lot of blood in this scene. I mean, so much blood. I painted the skeleton like this kind of like bloody coloration on it, and then I went ahead and I took a hot glue gun and kind of glued in some hot glue area to certain parts because I wanted a thicker, more blood look to it. Then I mixed paint and this like tacky glue together to kind of get more of a thickness in the blood, I guess. And I just add that everywhere, even splashing it in certain areas. And finally, it was time for me to add the mimic and the skeleton, and everything is all in place for the final look.
Too dumb to realize, but I have it figured out. They sent me here to die. I didn't know why, but they did. But I don't think they knew that I would figure it out eventually. I have hid this video recorder so that if they do come, they won't find it. Hopefully someone will. I will leave one last audio log for them. Audio log? It's been 28 days. Cobras lost. He waits for me now. He will claim his kill soon, probably. Probably hears me right now. But I know now. I'm ready. I know he knows. This is it. There you are.
Ravage!
Not now, Dragon. I'm busy doing cat's things.
Ravage!
Alright, fine, Dragon. I'm coming. Dragon, is this some type of game you're playing? Because this isn't funny. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't worry, both Dragon and I are doing okay. We certainly didn't get eaten by some mimic. Happy Halloween, and as for you dragons, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye and farewell.